Hey, this week we're going to be working on making a sculpture of a castle that looks like this. So we're going to learn how to make round towers like this, cones that fit on top, and then rectangular prisms like this. But you can arrange them on your paper any way you would like. We're going to be using staplers for this. So first, let's talk about how to refill the staplers and how to take care of the staplers. Please don't drop the staplers on the floor. They will stop working if they are dropped on the floor many times. If your stapler is out of staples, which you could tell by looking right here to see if you see any staples, if there are none there, you could lift up the top and take a set of staples and put them in there. When you put the staples in there, you want to make sure the little teeth point down. So you're not putting the staples in there like this, like a U, but like this, like a tunnel. They go right here in front of this black piece. You want to make sure you just put one large set of staples. Don't try to put multiple little ones like this because that will jam up the staplers. Then close the lid, and then when you're stapling, your paper is going to go in this space right there to staple. So the first thing we're going to do is make a round tower that looks like this. So we have to make a tube. You're going to take a piece of paper. You could make 2 tubes with one of these sheets. So I'm going to go fold it in half and then cut it on the crease that I just made, or tear it so I can make 2 towers. Then all I have to do is roll it into a tube. I'm going to take my stapler, put the small part inside, squeeze it, put a staple on the top, turn it around, put a staple on the bottom, and then I have a tube. And then I can make another one with my other half. You're going to get a piece of green paper like this. This is going to be the base for your sculpture. So you can see this one, the way they're attached is they have a whole bunch of tabs at the bottom. That's where you put the glue when you want to attach it. So I'm going to take my scissors and go around the bottom of one side of my tube and just snip, 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 snip all the way around. Then I'm going to take all those little snips I just made, and it creates tabs, so I'm going to fold them back. Then I just have to use my finger to add just a tiny bit of glue. So I just have a little drop, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to each of my tabs. And then I could stick them down onto the paper like that. I'm going to hold and count to 10, and hopefully it'll stick. The next thing we want to do is we want to make a roof for a tower. So we're going to make a cone that looks like this. The way you do that is you want to find a thicker piece of paper like this. Again, we can make 2 cones from one of these strips. So I'm going to take this, fold it in half, make 2 pieces. Then I'm going to take a yogurt cup, put it on my paper, and trace around. Then I'm going to cut out my circle. And then the last thing I'm going to do is cut a line from the edge of my circle to the middle of the circle, but stop when I get there. So it looks a little bit like Pac-Man. I'm going to take Pac-Man's bottom lip, and it's going to go over top of his top lip like this, and I'm just going to keep pulling it tighter until I like the shape of my cone. And then I could use my stapler again to pop a little staple in there, and then I'm going to attach it to the top. The best way I found to attach the cones is at the end of class, just add a little bit of glue to the top like that, and then set it on there, and just make sure it is in the place you want and let it dry overnight, but they're probably not going to stick today. All right, the last thing we want is a square tower that looks like this one. So we're going to take a skinnier sheet of paper. We're going to fold it in half.